We're already halfway through 2026. The first half was good, some great games in there, but the back half is where it gets crazy, especially September and October, because every studio is scared of the beast dropping in November, so they're all rushing to release before it. Today we're covering the top 13 games coming out in the second half of 2026. Let's get into it.
Edward. Privateering. Is it dangerous?
Wouldn't pay so nice if it weren't.
We fly no colors out here, but praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms.
This is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. This one's the remake of the classic, and I've got a feeling it's going to be the best thing Ubisoft's put out in years. But we can't really say that for sure until we get our hands on it, because it's Ubisoft. The creators who've already played it, though, they're saying it's good. Most people already know this game, but for anyone who doesn't, I'll quickly tell you what it's about. It's a pirate-focused Assassin's Creed game. The story's about a selfish pirate getting pulled into the Assassin-Templar War. He's the captain of the Jackdaw, so you're a pirate with your own ship and crew. It's set in the Golden Age of piracy, early 1700s. And it's an open-world sea, so you can fight other ships, sail between islands and towns, all that. What's different here is it's a remake, so it's completely rebuilt from the ground up on the Shadows engine. It's got all the modern graphical stuff, like ray tracing and dynamic weather and all that. And it looks damn good, too. It also improved the gameplay a ton. A lot of the stuff we hated in the original got fixed. Combat's improved with the parrying and all that. You can crouch now, they added that. And the tailing missions don't instantly fail the second you're spotted, which was a real nerve-wracking problem in the original that I hated. They also cut things like the multiplayer and the Freedom Cry DLC, and they're calling it an action-adventure game, not an RPG. The main thing is, the original voice actors are back for new scenes. And we got small new things too, like ship pets and a photo mode. If you like the original one like me, you gotta buy this. And for the ones who didn't get to play it back in the day, it's gonna be a must-try, if it delivers.
It's like it calls to me. You and my father found that island thanks to me.
There's more to this than you understand. More than you can handle.
I've proven myself.
Have you? Have you really?
A sword keeps you alive. A dagger wins the fight.
This is Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. It's a prequel with a brand new lead, Sophia, and it's set 15 years before the old games. The old games were heavily stealth and hiding, but this one's completely different. Sophia, the main character here, is a different kind of lead. She fights. She uses swords and daggers, there's fast combo chaining and all that, and she can take on a whole group. It's a complete shift to action-adventure. The story goes like this. Sophia leaves home and sails to the Minotaur Island with her closest friend Lenny, and as she explores, she starts getting visions of an ancient era. She realizes the presence inside her is the legendary Greek hero Theseus, and you play through his trials too. And in combat, they're even more brutal than Sophia's. There's a terrifying creature lurking behind the myth, and it ties back to the series' plague lore, connecting the old rat plague all the way to this ancient civilization. If you played the older Plague Tale games and want to see where it all began, or you just want a story-driven action game with a strong lead, this one's worth keeping an eye on.
Now move it out! Double time!
We were losing the war. Pushed to the edge of extinction by an alien alliance bent on our eradication. The Covenant.
This is Halo, Campaign Evolved. This is the first Halo game coming to PS5, which is quite surprising. And from what I've heard, Asha Sharma, the new Xbox CEO, isn't a fan of that. And she even pulled this game's trailer from Sony's own State of Play, which Sony isn't happy about. The console war's kind of slightly back, which I'm glad about. Now, on to the game itself. This is a remake of Halo Combat Evolved from 2001, the very first Halo, the game that started the whole franchise. It's a full ground-up remake, and they built it in Unreal Engine 5. You play as Master Chief, taking on the Covenant again in this campaign. Also, there's no multiplayer, just the campaign, which isn't going to sit well with everyone. This remake isn't just the old game remade, they added some new things too, like a new 3-mission prequel arc called Operation Meteorite, starring Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson. It's a prequel story, so we get to see what happened before the original game. There are also some improvements on the gameplay side. You can sprint now, but it's optional. If you don't like it, you can toggle it off. That option's there for people who want the classic feel. You can also hijack vehicles and even drive the Covenant Wraith tank. The Warthog got a 4th seat, so now a full squad can ride together. And there are some extra weapons added too, pulled from across the series. The main thing is there's 4-player online co-op, plus 2-player split screen, which is great. This is going to be fun to play with friends. If you grew up on Halo or you never got into it and want to see where it all started, this is the perfect way in. Especially now you don't even need an Xbox to play it.
I want you to watch. What did you do to me? Where are they? Where are my family?
This is The Blood of Dawnwalker. This is an exciting one that I'm looking forward to, mainly because it's made by the person behind one of the best RPGs ever. Konrad Tomaskovich was the director behind The Witcher 3, and he left CD Projekt Red in 2021. He started Rebel Wolves, and a lot of The Witcher 3 developers went with him to the new studio. So it's a promising one, and what we've seen so far is looking good. In this game, you play as Cohen, who's a Dawnwalker, basically half human and half vampire. It's set in the 14th century Carpathian Mountains, an alternate version of medieval Eastern Europe during the Black Death. During that time, the vampires took advantage of the plague and seized power. The leader of the vampires is Brensis, and once he became lord, he slapped a blood tax on the humans. And as the protagonist, Cohen's trying to save his family from Brensis. The interesting part of this game is the day-night cycle. By day, you're human, but by night, you're a vampire. And it's not just an appearance change, the gameplay changes according to that too. Like in the daytime, you use swords and talk to NPCs to solve and find things. But by night, you use claws, biting enemies to heal, and teleporting around. There's a 30-day countdown in this. You have 30 in-game days to save your family, but it doesn't move when you're free roaming, only when you're doing story quests. In a recent interview, the director said this game's structure is more like the classic Fallout games. What do you guys think about this? Comment below.
Some folks can't wait to die.
This is Marvel's Wolverine. This is one of the most anticipated games of this year. It's from Insomniac, the studio behind the Marvel Spider-Man games. It's a PS5 exclusive. Sony recently decided their single-player games are staying exclusive to their consoles, and they won't release them on PC anymore. The story goes like this. It's 3 years after Logan left his old team, Team X. Then, he comes back and joins them again. And that's the start of the story. The main hook of the story is there's a billionaire who hates mutants. So, guess what? He created a cyborg militia to abduct them. Typical billionaires. Obviously, Wolverine goes out to stop it and find them. The story spreads across places like Canada, Tokyo, and Madripoor. We saw Jean Grey, Sabretooth, and other X-Men in the trailer. It's an original story set in Insomniac's Marvel Universe, so the same one as the Spider-Man games. The combat is brutal and bloody. As you can see, it's M-rated, and it's a comic-accurate one too. We also fight alongside Jean Grey, with the two of them working together in special team-up attacks. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to top the Spider-Man games. What do you guys think?
So you're the next one? The one whose rear we'll have to cover?
The people left behind back on the continent need something to hold on to. Some sort of symbol that inspires hope.
We will be in visual range of the land battleship soon. That's dying!
Enemy artillery intensifying. Damn it. Where's Wings when you actually need him, huh? All units return to base.
Where are you going, Copter?
Cover Tasha, Rex!
This is Ace Combat 8. It's the first mainline game in 7 years. For people who don't know the series, it's the king of arcade flight combat. It's set in Strange Real, a fictional world. This country gets invaded by its neighbor, who captures the capital. You play as a pilot on the invaded side, so you fight to take the country back. That's the plot. It's a fast, arcade-style dogfighting game. You have over 30 jets to fly around, which are a mix of real planes and fictional ones. You hit enemy planes and naval targets too, but the interesting ones are the giant super weapons in the boss battles. One of them is a naval ship that runs on land instead of the sea, which is an insane level of creativity. It'd be fun to see that. In my opinion, they should have made something else that big to run on land instead of just putting tires on a naval ship. But it's interesting. If you've been waiting 7 years for a new Ace Combat, or you just want some over-the-top aerial dogfighting, this is an easy one to look forward to.
That castle on the mountain.
Musashi, I sense Genma. Prepare yourself. No ordinary Genma can move like that. I doubt this area was designed to welcome visitors.
This is Onimusha, Way of the Sword. It's been over 20 years since we got an Onimusha game. This one's a demon-slaying samurai action game set in feudal Japan. You play as Miyamoto Musashi. He arrives in Kyoto looking to prove that he's unmatched in the way of the sword. But on arrival, he's ambushed by things called Genma, which are basically demons from the underworld. He has an Oni gauntlet, which absorbs the souls of the Genma and converts them into a power source to make him stronger. The interesting part is, Musashi doesn't even want the gauntlet. To him, a real swordsman wins on his own strength, not borrowed demon power. So he's trying to get rid of it, even though he needs it to survive. Now, onto the combat. It's fast and samurai-like, and there's a stealth option with silent takedowns if you want it. But the standout thing here is a mechanic called Isen. You master your timing to unleash a perfectly timed strike that can drop enemies fast. It's nothing new, we've seen it in so many games, but it seems to be done really well here. If you want a brutal samurai game, this is the one to look for.
These things are all over me!
No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me.
We need guns.
This isn't enough. They shoot, they make weapons, they fucking talk, Marcus. Fucking hell! Look out! Oh, shit!
This is Gears of War E-Day. It's a prequel to the original Gears of War. Importantly, it's an Xbox console exclusive. Asha Sharma, the Xbox CEO, confirmed it herself, and she's bringing back exclusives. Finally. A console war is something the gaming industry really needs right now, and PlayStation's gotten lazy recently. The game's set during Emergence Day, where the Locust Horde first erupted from underground, and humanity's life on the planet was doomed. It's the event that kicked off the whole series. You play as younger Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago, before they became the legendary bros from the original trilogy. The tone is slightly different from the original games. It leans more toward horror and darker territory. It's a third-person shooter with brutal, intense combat and the iconic Chainsaw Lancer. There are 3 modes in this. One is the campaign. You can play it solo or co-op in split screen or online. The other modes are Horde, a wave survival mode, and a 4 vs 4 PvP multiplayer. This game will be a good pivot point for Xbox. This and Fable. A lot of things are going on at Xbox since Asha took over. She's fixing a lot of the problems Phil and Sarah created. She brought back the exclusivity, brought down the price of Game Pass, all that. There are rumors of layoffs and several planned games getting canceled this summer, which is both bad and good. Sharma said they spent $20 billion over the past 5 years on Xbox, only to see revenue decline by nearly $500 million. Let's see what happens next. Anyway, if you're a Gears fan, or you just want a brutal co-op shooter to run with friends, keep an eye on this one.
The oldest house has fallen. Our director, Jessie, well, she's missing. Everything we tried to contain is now loose in the streets of Manhattan. This was caused by a new type of hostile resonance. It is beyond anything that we can currently measure.
This is Control Resonant. It's the sequel to Control, but the main character is different. This time we play as Dylan, Jesse's brother. The game's set in Manhattan, which is a much bigger and more open environment than the first game, which was stuck inside one building. When it comes to Remedy's games, it's always the environment. Their world design is top-notch. And that's what makes them stand out. Like we saw in Alan Wake 2. This game is set 7 years after the first game. Dylan wakes up from a coma, and the FBC deploys him to fight that mysterious thing. He's also trying to find his sister Jessie. She's in the game, but not a playable character. The first Control game was a third-person shooter, but this one's a melee action game. He has a tool called the Aberrant, which shifts into different styles of weapons. The combat is looking really nice, and it's fast and aggressive. You can parry and counterattack, launch the enemy into the air, and beat them up there. And the combat restores the resources needed for Dylan's supernatural abilities. Some reviewers compare the combat to Devil May Cry. What do you guys think about it?
Welcome to Durban Acos, where champions are born and losers annihilated.
This is Star Wars Galactic Racer. As the name says, it's a racing game set in the Star Wars universe. Which is interesting, because we've been getting all kinds of Star Wars games lately. Open world ones, strategy ones, all that. But now, a racing one. There hasn't been a pod racing game for over 20 years, and now one's coming. This isn't just a racing game, it has a story attached to it too. It's set in the New Republic era, after the Empire fell and the galaxy's rebuilding. You play as a racer named Shade, working his way up to become an elite pilot in an underground racing league called the Galactic League. It's a racing game with a story, so you definitely need a rival. And there's one called Kestar Bool. We don't know much about the story yet, but it's going to be a Star Wars story that's purely about the racing and the events happening around it. The racing part is aggressive and contact heavy. What I mean by that is you can slam, shunt, and take down rivals, like Burnout. You race across iconic Star Wars locations turned into tracks, like Jakku from The Force Awakens. It has 3 modes. There's the story mode we already talked about, an arcade mode, and PvP multiplayer with up to 12 players. And notably, there's no season pass. At least that's what they've said for now. We don't know if they'll add one later, but let's hope not. If you've always wanted an aggressive, fast arcade racer like Burnout, this is one to keep an eye on. This is Phantom Blade Zero. It was supposed to release on September 9th, but now it's moved to October 29th. And the director said they're not scared of GTA 6. Everyone else is running away from it, but they moved closer, just to get more time to polish the game. Meanwhile, November's so empty that the only game sitting there next to GTA 6 is the GOAT Barbie game. This is a fast action RPG, not a Souls-like. The developers specifically said that. It's really good looking and the action is smooth. There are over 30 weapons in the game and more than 20 unique Phantom Edge abilities. The action director is Kinji Tanigaki, who choreographed the Rurouni Kenshin films, so the combat feels like real martial arts choreography. You play as Sol, an elite assassin serving a secret organization called the Order. He gets framed for killing the Order's patriarch, and his former allies and other assassins hunt him down. He's badly wounded through all of it, then given a temporary cure that leaves him with only 66 days to live. That's your clock. Uncover the conspiracy and get revenge before he dies. If you want a brutal, combo-heavy action game that isn't another Souls-like, this is the one.
Can we make a pit stop at the Komate?
The new guy is low on rations. Make it fast, guys.
Who's that, a K-pop star?
The new supreme leader of North Korea.
No shit. I mean, that dude looks younger than I am.
You guys heard that?
This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, another Call of Duty game, year after year. There's no reason to make one every year. At least take 2 years and give us a decent game, not just multiplayer crap. The old games had a really good soul. You felt the emotion. Now it's all boring. Hopefully this one fixes the bad reputation it's gotten recently. I suggest you guys don't pre-order it. Just wait and see how it is. Here's what's happening in this one. It's set in Korea. It starts with North Korea launching a full-scale invasion of the Korean peninsula. You play as Private Park, a young South Korean soldier facing live combat for the first time, fighting alongside his squad to protect his home. Captain Price is here too. After he assassinated the US general in the previous game, he's on the run, operating outside the system and waging a personal war from the shadows. And he faces Ghost, which they made the main selling point in the trailer. I'm interested to see that too, if they do it right. The missions also go beyond Korea, into New York, Paris, and Mumbai. Now, on the gameplay side, there are some changes too. They added Ballistic Authority, which is a gunplay overhaul. It eliminates random bullet spread, so every shot goes exactly where you aim. Also, the multiplayer part has 6 versus 6 maps, plus bigger maps with infantry and vehicles. The extraction mode, DMZ, is back. It's Call of Duty's take on an extraction shooter. If you're a Call of Duty person, you're buying it anyway. For everyone else, wait and see if the campaign delivers before dropping $70.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
This is GTA 6. Everyone knows it. This game needs no introduction. We've been waiting for new trailers for a long time, and now we officially have a pre-order date and a cover art reveal trailer. And the cover art looks damn good. The pre-order date is June 25th. The game has 2 protagonists, Jason and Lucia, a criminal couple, kind of a Bonnie and Clyde thing where it all goes wrong. Lucia is also the first playable female lead in a mainline GTA, which is a big first for the series. It's set in the fictional state of Leonida, basically modern-day Miami, and with that, our Vice City is back. Since the pre-order was announced, the price has been the big talk. Some say it'll be $100, some say it'll be $80, but the Take-Two CEO said GTA 6 will likely cost around $70 to $80 for the standard edition, like other big AAA games. An Xbox listing showed up at around $100, but Rockstar clarified that was a temporary placeholder. What do you guys think the price will be? Comment below.